Well, this is timely. Tips to help stretch your money. Financial planner Renee Rebelo has 5 of them for us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So this year, this type of time of year is very difficult, right? Because there's extra expenses, and a lot of people just want to spend whatever it takes to make themselves feel good and make their gift recipients feel good.
Right. And one of the biggest things is just making sure that you stick with a really good spending budget. Set an amount for each person and make sure you stick to it. Because with the way that interest rates have gone, with the way the market has been the last year, people are really going to feel that come January when they're looking at their cash flow and they're realizing, like even seniors who are retired, their RIF payments are going to go down because their market values at the end of the year are going to be less than last year. And so they're going to notice that in their cash flow also. So this is something that everyone needs to be a little bit more cognizant about, is what they're spending on. And so one of the tips that I have is, just be aware of your cash. So, get a tracking app or use cash, like go back to cash. And, do your homework online with prices. It's so easy to do nowadays. You just put it in and your phone will tell you where the cheapest price is for that item that you might be looking for that special someone.
Okay. Any other tips?
Yeah, so consolidate, definitely look at consolidation. You've got a bunch of different credit type of credit cards, line of credits. Definitely look at consolidating. That'll help reduce the amount of interest that you pay. It'll also free up cash flow, and it might give you 1 month's free with no payment because they'll say, oh, the payment is next month. So that gives you a nice option. If you're looking at traveling over the holidays, right now the dollar is not very good, and especially if you're converting it to U.S. currency. So I suggest that they go into their friendly banker and look at getting a U.S. currency credit card. So that's tip number 3. Look at a U.S. currency credit card for any kind of traveling. That way, what happens is when you charge it, it's in the same currency, and when the dollar comes back, then you're able to go in and pay it off, and you're not paying the extreme currency rates right now. Another thing that people can do is review their insurance. So when I'm not just talking about home and auto insurance, I'm talking also about, your life insurance and your disability and your critical illness. Might be time to do an overhaul on that and take a peek at what you're paying for and what kind of coverage you have. Because I've sat with a lot of clients lately, and we've saved them over hundreds of dollars a month just looking at the type of coverage they have. Because what they bought 10 years ago or 15 years ago may not be the type of coverage that they need today. So that's another tip that you can utilize for the holidays. And the last one is really just go through your closets and sell things online. Get these things out of your cupboards. So not only are you cleaning out your cupboards, but you're generating a little bit of extra spending cash for the holidays that'll help you just put a little bit more into your pocket.
Mm-hmm. And even when we're going back to your first one about making up a budget, thinking about things like food is so much more expensive, right? So that gobbles up some of that cash that you would otherwise have for, say, entertaining or gifts.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where meal planning really comes into play. Really plan out your week on where you're going to be. How's that going to fit into your week of your schedule for your kids, your work, because kids have hockey and all kinds of things. Retirees like to go out to dine, maybe have a drink before you go, or skip the drink at the meal and have it when you get home. There's things you can do. Also, look at your credit cards. You might have cash available, or spend your points on getting gift cards and start using those for grocery gift cards too, because there's lots of things where you can find money.
Yes. Okay. All good tips. Thanks very much, and Merry Christmas to you, Renee.
Merry Christmas to you too.